you on your time?
Sophia, what you gonna cook today?
First off, I'm Chef Field Nicaud,
I'm Kent, y'all. Nice seeing y'all again.
and we'll be making some dishes for you to create at home. We're gonna start with a jalapeno popper. We're gonna make a remoulade dressing with that, and then we're gonna go into a sauteed asparagus with a redfish, and then we're going to a mashed potatoes with a field-style steak.
So the poppers is something we did originally way back when. It's something I did when Phil was growing up as my recipe. Very simple. I think you'll enjoy it, and it's become a staple around our household. Bacchus actually still sells it today, so I'm very happy with that, as well as the remoulade dressing. Truly great staple. We use it at the restaurants. It's my mom's recipe. We're going to use that as a multiple purpose for a dip sauce as well as for a shrimp remoulade dressing.
All right, Dad, let's begin with this remoulade dressing. Here we
No,
have.
no, no. You don't put the mayo first. Put your seasoning first.
Interesting. All right, one tablespoon of garlic, 1 tablespoon of horseradish, 1 tablespoon of Creole mustard,
Creole, not Dijon.
1 tablespoon of Worcestershire,
What?
1 tablespoon of Worcestershire.
Which sour? Worcestershire.
Oh, thanks, Dad. Where did my New Orleans accent come from again?
Come on.
I'm sorry. 1 tablespoon of onion,
White, yellow, red.
yellow. 1 tablespoon of celery, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 1 tablespoon of capers, and then to bring it all together, about 3 to 4 tablespoons of mayonnaise.
What about a little pepper or no?
A little pepper, yes, sir.
There you go. Now this is the white remoulade, truly, and the difference is you'll see sometimes it's a little pinkish. The only thing different, they add a little ketchup. Adds a little bit of sweetness to it to take out the tartness, and adds a color. And this is the favorite part. I love a fresh wedge. Fresh wedge with a little boiled shrimp.
This is probably what I ate every day of my childhood, that and meat.
So this truly is an appetizer, salad, but can be an entree. Sauce also used to dip as a dipping sauce for the poppers, and we'll show you that in a little bit.
The jalapeno popper. Italian sausage.
So what you can do is actually buy the Italian sausage length and then just squeeze it out of the casing, and you can create that.
All right. Salt. Always season your meat.
Just a little bit.
Pepper. Italian seasoning.
I put a little bit more Italian seasoning. 2 pinches, so about a tablespoon of Italian seasoning.
Cheddar cheese.
About how much?
Probably about, what do you think?
Cup.
Cup.
So you get about a half a pound of Italian sausage and a cup of cheddar cheese.
And mix that all together. Get a good mix.
Keep it going, keep mixing, keep mixing. Get the cheddar cheese all in there. All right. Sounds good. All right. Why don't you give me the jalapenos. I'll show them how to core a jalapeno.
Yes, sir.
And be sure to wear gloves when you're using jalapenos because it does sting. You don't want to touch your eyes or anything else. All right, so we'll cut in the center. And then you want to core those?
Yep.
One more.
Regular house spoon.
All right, then you take the stuffing. Give it a nice little plump stuffing. It's about a tablespoon and a half per pepper. So give me a piece of the bacon over there, please. All you want to do is just wrap it all the way around. Just kind of wrap it, wrap it, wrap it. Finished. And this is just a simple smoked bacon.
There's your final dish. We're gonna be going into the oven at 350. Watch out, it might be hot.
All right, so this is the finished poppers. Really, really yummy. So you gonna try one, Field?
I'm excited about it.
This remoulade sauce, great for dipping. That's how you do it. Y'all, we'll be right back.
To the people stepping up in the face of an unprecedented challenge, we say thank you. Thank you for everything you're doing to serve our communities and keep us safe. To the people of Hancock Whitney, thanks for being the ones our clients can count on. The comforting face in the window, the trusted advisor, getting it done for the people we serve. Because even though it feels like everything has changed right now, it's reassuring to see that some things haven't.
I'm Heather.
I'm RJ.
I'm Sinead.
I'm Stephen with Hancock Whitney.
I'm Zanae with Hancock Whitney, and I'm here to help.
We'll get through this the same way we always do, together.
At Memorial, we're safe and ready with the healthcare you need to manage conditions such as diabetes, heart disease, and hypertension. Memorial is safe, ready, and prepared to care for you.
Welcome back to the part that I love the most, but I know the least about. So I'm gonna leave you up to my main man Joey here at Fields, because he takes care of me just like he takes care of all of my customers.
How y'all doing today, guys? My name's Joey. What we're gonna be doing here today is called a Lady in Waiting. It's a lavender lemon drop martini. Very easy, very simple, but a delicious drink. All right, so what I'm gonna teach y'all first is gonna be ice. We need a lot of ice in our cup so we can give it a good shake. So we're gonna start out with some lemon juice here, freshly squeezed. We're gonna do 2 ounces of that, all right? We're also gonna go ahead and do an ounce of our lavender syrup. Lavender syrup's very easy to make. You can find lavender on Amazon.com or mainly around any of your local shops that are gonna sell flowers, right? So we're gonna do a simple syrup of that. It's 50-50, 50% sugar, 50% water. We're gonna bring that to a boil, and then we're gonna leave the lavender flowers sitting on top until they lose all of their color. So now that I got my lemon juice and my lavender syrup, we're also gonna wanna do some type of vodka. I have here Cathead Vodka. It's a local product just here in Jackson, Mississippi, right? Now you're gonna see that my vodka has a purple hue to it. The reason we have that is called a butterfly pea flower. Butterfly pea flowers are just gonna be your natural dye. Nothing else, it's not gonna add any flavor or anything like that. Just simply give it that nice purple hue to it, all right? So once we got all 3 of those ingredients in, we're gonna wanna give it a nice shake, and this is the most important part of your cocktail. If you don't have a good shake to this, then you're not gonna have a good cocktail.
I taught him that part.
He did. Tell me everything I know. All right, now while I'm shaking this, like I said, you wanna give it a good shake, break up some of that ice and get it really chilled. I'm gonna teach you guys how to make a lemon twist. Lemon twists are very simple to make, but you want it to look pretty. That's the most important part here, right? So I take my full lemon, I'm gonna cut off one edge of the lemon here. Do the same to the other side. Now we have a lemon in this shape, right? What we're gonna wanna do next is cut that right down the rind itself, not into the meat of the lemon, just the rind, and you're gonna wanna peel that off. You don't wanna break it, you just wanna separate it from the meat. All right, so once we got it peeled off from the meat of the lemon itself, the rind, you're gonna wanna give it a good twist. You're gonna spiral it up like this, and then we're gonna have our end product here, a beautiful lemon twist. Now what you're gonna wanna do from here, you just wanna give it a good slice. And our final product here is a beautiful lemon twist for your beautiful Lady in Waiting lavender lemon drop martini. All right, guys, This is our beautiful lavender lemon drop we have here. We're gonna wanna put a twist to that. All your bitters are gonna come from your rinds, not the meat of the fruit itself. We're gonna give it a nice twist over the drink. And simply just garnish it with it. And now we have our beautiful lady in waiting.
Let me see what you're made out of.
I would love.
All right, y'all, so now we're gonna prepare your entrees. So we're gonna do first Field's specialty, which is his filet. So whole loin, you trim it down and you end up with a nice piece of lean meat like this.
I like to use the center cuts. I grind this up for burger meat, specialty things like that. I like to do the center cut in your finger, go about like right there and cut. And then I like to take fresh ground pepper, get that from a store anywhere, kind of splat it everywhere. Extra season, I know my dad said in the beginning, on the sides.
Yeah.
I like to really season my meat. Coming over.
Salt.
And then I like to over salt a little bit.
So Fields has 0 grills in-house. It is all done in pan seared. So we're gonna go ahead and put them in a very hot cast iron skillet.
All right, this is a liquid butter you can buy from any grocery store. You want to make sure your pan is extremely hot. Take your steak. You're gonna get in there and get a nice sear on it. I learned this.
Music to my ears.
I learned this from a Japanese chef in New York. This is thyme. You want to step back; it might crack a little bit on you, and then you're just basting it. If you let it cook like that, I say about a minute to a minute and a half on each side. Just get a nice black sear on each side. Keeping that hot skillet. Sometimes I like to put some garlic in it. I'll baste it with some garlic. A nice sear on both sides. Then we're gonna go in the oven.
Sophia, why don't you go ahead and do your mashed potatoes?
All right. Personally, my favorite part.
So you're gonna take 2 Idaho potatoes, peel them. I'd slice them into about 1.25 inches, and that way they'll boil faster for you. And once they boil, let them cool a little bit. What Field does, which I thought was always kind of strange, but they come out really delicious, and he uses a strainer. He pushes them through, so it's very, very, very no lumps. Old-fashioned, use a whisk, just like you've learned. But either way, they come out really delicious. So he actually takes the 2 potatoes and pushes them through a mesh, so they're very, very smooth. You'll see he'll add about 1 cup of heavy whipping cream, a little bit of garlic, salt, pepper, and he puts Parmesan cheese in his. So really, really good. And then you put a little bit of Parmesan cheese at the top, put them in the oven, and you bake it off. It's really yummy. So this is about 2 potatoes, peeled, boiled, let cool a little bit.
I like to take about a cupful of Parmesan, a tablespoon of salt, tablespoon of pepper, some garlic, and then about a cup of heavy cream. Take your spatula or the whisk, however you want to do it, and you kind of just mixing all that together. I put it in the oven for about 1 minute to 2 minutes. Put some Parmesan cheese on top. I don't know, Dad, tell me what you think.
Oh wait, carb free. All right, I'll taste it. Pretty good. All right, so Phil's gonna go ahead and make this special compound butter he does. He's gonna be serving it over the redfish you'll be receiving in your pack. the compound butter be done for you, but we wanted to go ahead and give you the recipe so if you want to do this at home. So Field, right now he has some unsalted butter in here.
All right, so I'm gonna take rosemary, put that in there, about a tablespoon, some thyme, put that in there, tarragon. All right, then about a parsley, about a tablespoon of that, garlic, about a tablespoon of that, and then some chives, a tablespoon of that, some black pepper, about a tablespoon of that. I like a little extra season. About a tablespoon of salt, and then make sure you lock it down, and then you're gonna soften a little bit. You gotta really whip your butter.
Okay, I think it's good.
This is the redfish fillet you will be getting. Like again, salt and pepper. This meat, you really don't want to season as much as you did the steaks. Very light. Salt. Make sure you get both sides.
All right, so you can see he has a little bit of unsalted butter in the pan just so it won't stick. You want to go ahead and get that melted, get it nice and warm over a medium fire. And you're going to put the top side of the fish down first to get it nice and seared. You can see the edges of the fish start to turn brown. That's when you know you're about ready to flip it. Now, fish is always tricky. You want to be sure you never overcook fish. You'd rather undercook it because the heat will continue to cook it once you take it out of the pan. Again, he's adding a little more butter, our fresh butter. And you notice you put it on the side of the plate, not on top of the fish. You want it to melt first, and then you'll saute it. You can see how the fish is separating. That means you're about done. All right, so as a side dish, we're going to go ahead and do some fresh asparagus. What we did was we went ahead and took some fresh asparagus, we trimmed them, and then we blanched them. Boiling water, letting in there about 40 to 45 seconds. Take them out, put them in an ice bath so they don't keep cooking. And then you let them cool, and you put them on the side, and then we're going to show you how to prepare those.
You're gonna get that skillet hot again. We're gonna use that same compound butter. It's gonna come right in your bag for you, make it really easy for you. Saute that down. Then you're just gonna throw your vegetables in there. Maybe a little bit of salt, some more pepper. Saute that back down. You really want to watch on asparagus. You don't want to get that pale color, overcook them. Then we're gonna go over to our plate, and we're gonna plate those. Across the fish, and then you're going to use that rest of that compound butter to put over the fish.
Hun, that's how it's done.
There we go.
We'll be right back.
Bull. Wireless is all bull. The other guys talk about low price plans, but don't tell you gotta get 4 lines. Do you have 4 heads? Then you don't need 4 phones. Here's the new C Spire Real Deal plan. Each and every line is 10 gigs, $45 with autopay. Yeah, autopay could have gone in the fine print, but this is no bull. The real deal. C Spire. Get the most popular smartphone free with a new line.
We know it's darkest before the dawn, but when that sun shines, we made it through. Though it's hard, we must go on. Heroes on the front line, it's me and you. When tomorrow comes, tomorrow comes, tomorrow comes, tomorrow comes. When tomorrow comes, tomorrow comes, tomorrow comes, tomorrow comes. Together we'll keep on pushing. Together we'll make it through. Together we'll keep on pushing. Together we'll make it through. Stay focused, don't lose your footing. All we need is just me and you.
Welcome back to Field Steak and Oyster Bar with my man Joey at the bar.
That's me. All right, guys. What we're gonna do here now is it's called the High Fashion. Now, High Fashion is a variation of an old fashioned classic cocktail. We're gonna start out with just a slice of orange here, right? Now, what you're gonna wanna do first is peel that rind away from the orange. Once again, all of our bitters, natural bitters, are gonna be in the rind. You do not wanna add more bitters to this cocktail. So go ahead and peel that off and take it away, right? We're gonna drop this down into the glass. We're also gonna make a pre-made blend, and you can do whatever mix you want, no exact measurements, it's however your taste goes. Luxardo cherry blend with a Mexican vanilla syrup and a little bit of my homemade bitters I made here. Angostura bitters will work just as well, guys. We're gonna add that to the glass, just a dash of that. We do not want this drink to be too sweet. The idea of an old fashioned or high fashion is gonna be your main show is the bourbon, and you just want a side show of the actual cherry and bitters and orange flavored. You do not want it to be the main thing. So now I'm gonna take that meat of the orange, just the meat, don't forget to take off that rind. We're gonna muddle it up a little bit. Give it a good little bit of crush there. All right, now after we got that, we're gonna have this beautiful blend of juices here. Don't you love it?
Whoa.
See, whoa, we love it, we love it. All right. So after we got that made up, guys, we're gonna wanna have to, look, and by the way, you always wanna pour your liquor last. The reason being is if you mess up at the beginning, you can just toss it without any regrets. You do not wanna dump this. Repeat, do not dump the liquor. All right, guys, so we're gonna do a nice 2-ounce pour of this here. Let me get that measured up.
Unless you're making it for me, right?
3 ounces on field. It depends on how our dinner service went that night, but yes, normally 3 ounces. All right, so now that I got that mixed in, you could use any ice cubes you want.
Wait, I think you're forgetting my favorite part. This, Flames, is all about me.
Very important part, you're right, Field. We don't want to skip this. This is a cedar plank here on this board. What we're doing is smoking our glass. What that's gonna do is not add any flavor to it itself, but what it's gonna do is give it a nice aromatic for whenever you go up to sip your drink, every time you're gonna get a nice hint of a little cedar smoked plank. And you want that because it complements the bourbon perfectly. You're gonna get some notes from that bourbon that you normally wouldn't have from before. All right, so now we got that smoked. I'm gonna pull that up, release that smoke, transfer our cocktail here on the glass. All right. What I have here is an ice sphere. The reason for this is because you want a little surface area on your ice as possible in here because this drink is not about watering down. You want it just to cool the drink itself. You do not want to water it down. Here we are. And one last touch, guys. You want to get a little bit of orange rind here. And this is just to amplify that smell a little bit more. Give it a little torch.
I guess you can use my torch.
Thank you, Phil. I appreciate it. Once we get a nice little char on that orange there.
Don't burn yourself.
Never do. We're gonna rim the glass to that. And as you can see, like I spoke on before, you'll see all those natural bitters coming out of that orange rind onto the glass. And once again, that's gonna give you a great aromatic every time you go up to sip that cocktail. We just dump that right in there, and here we have it, the High Fashion. Feel, if you might.
Definitely tastes that whiskey. I love it.
Cheers, guys. We
Y'all
hope y'all
enjoy
enjoy
it. Welcome back to Field's Steak and Oyster Bar. My favorite part, the desserts. We're gonna be making a chocolate ganache. This is my sous chef, Wesley. To every cup you put about 1/4 of a cup of cream. And when you're making it, you might want to put it over the stove. Just kind of play with it, keep the heat in. All you're doing is melting the chocolate into the cream. All right, as we're getting in, you see the folding going into the chocolate getting into it. You get a bit more dense. Smell that sweet flavor kind of breaking down. The trick is to not burn in the chocolate. Just a reminder, please don't use a glass bowl at home. It will shatter.
Oh yeah.
But as we get it, you see the fold going in. It's getting that dense color. As Wes likes to do it, he likes to make his war face. And he gets in that right there, and he likes to do the war face. We like to have fun in the kitchen, keep it vibrant. I thank y'all for tuning in. Hope y'all come eat at Field's Steak and Oyster Bar. But hey, I hope y'all enjoy y'all's meal at home. And thank y'all very much. How we doing, Ms. Amy?
Wonderful. Thank you so much. This looks amazing, Field. We really appreciate it. It's been such a fun time today watching you and your team prepare this.
Thank you very much. Like I said, the pride we take for our food. I hope my viewers love it. I hope y'all create the same dishes we did today, and I hope the passion's there.
This is amazing. I think everybody will have enjoyed it as much as we are about to here, and I think this is awesome. Thank you, and congratulations again on your recent award for Best New Restaurant in Mississippi.
Thank you very much. My staff tries very hard.
On behalf of the Memorial Hospital Foundation, we'd like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to our sponsors and our ticket holders for this event. You have each played a huge role in helping the people in our community receive the health care that they desperately need, and we really, really appreciate it. And also, again, thank you, Field, thank you. We just couldn't have done this without you, and your dad, and Wes, and Joey, and everybody at Nicaud Foods. Thank you so much.
Thank y'all for letting us have this opportunity.